Calon Pakatan Harapan untuk PRK kerusi DUN Rantau, Dr. S Streram merujuk dirinya sebagai doktor rakyat yang dapat memahami kesulitan dan kesengsaraan rakyat. Visi beliau untuk rantau jelas tetapi hanya dapat direalisasikan apabila sokongan diterjemahkan ke undian semasa hari mengundi. Dr. Streram ditemubual atas aspirasi dan rancangan untuk membawa hala 7 rantau.
Saya pergi ke rumah-rumah ketuk pintu dan saya berasa rakyat di DUN Rantau dan pengundi-pengundi di DUN Rantau terima saya dengan baik dan saya membincangkan beberapa perkara dengan mereka dan sambutan yang saya dapat sambutan yang baik untuk menebus kerusi ini daripada nasional. I don't expect every voter or people who stay in Rantau to know me. But as basically I've seen, I've tried and worked for the people for the last 3.5 years. So practically every house, they might not have seen my face, but they would have heard my name. You know, and similarly, I mean, if you say 1 out of 10, that means 90% know me and 10%, you know. So this is a method of statistics now. So I don't really, but as gradually as we proceed, I think everybody will be touched by my presence here. Masalah-masalah asas yang kita mesti mula bekerja di DUN Rantau ini satu perumahan, satu segi kesihatan, 3 pekerjaan untuk anak muda di DUN Rantau dan juga masalah banjir di DUN Rantau ini. Pendapatan saya, kita mesti beritahu sama mereka apa kita boleh buat untuk mereka. Kalau kita berdiam saja, kita tidak ada hala 7 untuk membangunkan satu tempat, kita tidak akan progres. Kita akan progres ke belakang rather than progres ke depan. Because saya merasa bila saya di estate, bila saya jadi anak di sebuah ladang kelapa sawit, bila saya datang ke Rantau, saya terasa saya pergi ke 50 tahun dulu. Orang-orang ini simple. Mereka tidak tahu apa itu pembangunan sebab mereka tidak tahu apa kita boleh lancarkan atau bekerja untuk mereka untuk membangunkan sesuatu tempat untuk anak muda dapat pekerjaan dan pendapatan yang tinggi dan juga masalah kesihatan yang kita mesti harus diatasi. Okay, let's take the colleges per se first, because what I mentioned this morning is we have seen a lot of SPM leavers, jobless, and they're not trained skillfully. No doubt we have a skill training center in Pedas in Negeri Sembilan. What I said is basically if somebody private or if the government financial standing is low, they can come and do a feasibility study to see whether we can support a college here or a university here. This is what exactly I said. For me, every youngster in this DUN, I want to make sure they have a job. I want to make sure they have a living. I want to make sure they can feed their family. This is my priority. Maybe I don't know what Tokmat's aim, because the last 15 years, what he wants to do, I don't know. As you progress, we can see what has been done and what has to be done. Second is kesihatan, another clinic upgrading. Okay, let's look into Rantau Takau clinic kesihatan. What do we have there? We have supposed to have 2 ambulances, but we have only 1 ambulance, and the 1 ambulance that goes from here to run this one, and then from there to replace another ambulance comes to Rantau, and half the time is in breakdown, which has not been attended. Secondly, what are the facilities we have in the clinic kesihatan? We don't have X-ray facilities. If somebody has got a chest infection, we ought to do an X-ray. Or somebody has broken an arm, we can't do. We have to refer the patient to Rantau. Thirdly, lab. The only test the clinic kesihatan Rantau can do is practically a full blood count. That is what like hemoglobin or the basic. The rest of the test has to be sent to Seremban. Okay. Fourthly, we have a lot of diabetic and hypertensive patients here. And as you age, you have to look into their retina. They don't even have a fundoscope which we can see the retina to diagnose whether the eyes are damaged. Because diabetes causes damage to the eyes and hypertension causes damage to the eyes. And being a doctor and having seen the places, I can tell you the thing that these are the basic amenities which is not there. I'm not saying that we can't build a hospital, but if we have a hospital in Rambau, we can feed the patients there. Now, according to the medical personalities in Rantau, people from Senawang, people from Seremban Selatan come to Rantau because the waiting time at Seremban GH is too long. Coming back to the land, he says we cannot. Yes. He was the Mantri Prasad 15 years. Okay, let me tell you something. If you know the land cannot be expanded, why didn't you find a land? Because Persekutuan, the Ministry of Health needs land to build a proper facility. Why can't you offer the land? I heard from some of the doctors in Clinic Kesihatan that land has been allocated in Bandai Eka. But I don't know what exactly happened. I mean, it's his responsibility, or he has failed in his responsibility to do the necessary thing for the people of Rantau. I prefer to highlight these issues because this is the basic things that we need to do in the Rantau, and people to go up and down Seremban costs nearly 50 to 60 ringgit because they're taxi, and people from Kampung Siliau to come to Rantau here, there's no proper bus service. You see? And people who are diabetic have to be taken morning blood sugar. For them to come all the way, they miss because they don't have a bus. And for them to take a taxi, it costs about 20 ringgit, which they can't afford. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at fancy hospital, which I think according to our financial status, we will build. Because as a responsible state assemblyman or as a responsible representative of Pakatan Harapan, I think I have to highlight issues which we can slowly upgrade, and if in terms of population, if we can support a hospital, then we will do so. You panggil saya doktor rakyat. Saya sentiasa dengan masyarakat. So itulah faktor yang paling penting untuk saya untuk merayu undi dari pengundi-pengundi. Saya sentiasa berfaham apa masalah mereka, apa kesakitan mereka, dan apa saya perlu buat untuk mengatasi, untuk memberi rawatan yang terbaik untuk pengundi-pengundi di Dosen. Yes, you see, as a representative of Pakatan Harapan at the federal level and in the state, I can only see the vision for the people here. But whatever that I see, I have to bring back to the state government as well as the federal government to make sure that we can implement in our process of implementation to be done for the people of Rantau. This is my aim. I can't do it personally because I don't have that authority to do it. But with the support of the state as well as the federal government, I think we will be able to put proper procedures to make sure that we are there in the future. Yeah, Felda is basically confined to Sendayan. You know, land has been purchased at a very low price and sold at a higher price, and some of the things has not been fulfilled according to the people of Sendayan. These are the issues that has become so thorny with the previous government that people have taken even to legal suits against the previous government when they acquired the land from Felda for development in Sendayan. So we know what is the problem there, and so when we come into Rantau, we know the problems like transport, you know, temporary TOL land, and then we also know, you know, there are other basic problems where somebody has purchased a land and it's still not been transferred to the person who has purchased and all this kind of thing, you know. So we are looking into the factors. I've got so many cases that I have now sent it to Pejabat Tanah to review such matters.